Goodness. Let me turn this around. Tag a few people. Hey, hey, y'all. I got something to say. I want y'all to come in the room. Coming in the room. This is beautiful. I guess I'll tell you later. So, anyway, turn this around. Hey, y'all. Whew. So, y'all come on in. Let me see what's in there. It's beautiful, y'all. So, this morning, so I know I'm in Charlotte, and I've been wanting to go walking, hit some hiking trails, all that good stuff, right? So I go on Instagram, and everybody's showing these beautiful pictures of this place called Crowder's Mountain, right? And I don't know if I can see. Let me show y'all these pictures. This view is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm a little back off the rocks. I got some pictures I'll share later on, but um, so I come up on the mountains, try to get my son to come with me. He was hanging out last night, so he left me hanging. So I ended up coming out here by myself. Let me tell y'all something. The pictures do this place no justice, but the process to get here is nothing to play with, okay? Um, when I say, I done lost a little bit of weight, so I've been walking, and I'm like, okay, let me take some hiking trails, because back in Cincinnati, I used to hit um, Glenwood trails over in Woodlawn. I would go to Winton Woods, Eden Park. So I'm like, I miss the hiking trails. Where are the scenic places? Where are the places that I can go to walk down here? And the majority of them, they got some walking trails in Charlotte, but I was looking for something scenic, like with the overlook and all that good stuff. So I kept seeing all these beautiful pictures. Let me turn this around because y'all need to look at me while I'm talking. So I kept coming to these beautiful places. Hey, Sugar, how you doing? Yes. So I kept coming to these beautiful pictures of this place called Crowder's Mountain. So I'm like, well, let me check it out. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, so I kept coming to this beautiful pictures of this place called Crowder's Mountain. So I'm like, let me go check this out. It's about 40 minutes outside of Charlotte. So I come out here, park in the parking lot. I see, tons of people walking. Great, great. I done lost this weight. I'm feeling good. I walk 2 miles at least 5 to 6 days a week. So I'm like, maybe I'm up for it. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it would be. Maybe it's just, let me zoom out just a little bit because this is such a beautiful place. It is a good place to write. But to be honest, I got to get this off and out of me now because y'all would be reading a book if I was the type of status about this. So I come here and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll walk the trail. Get halfway up the trail. I'm like, okay, good, we doing good. Then it start getting steeper and steeper. The inclines is going up and up and up. And I'm like, wait a minute, Lord. I don't know if I can do this. This is pretty high. This is a nice little incline. And then I got to a point where I was like coming up the mountain. Well, they have a trail that you can walk up. And so I was talking to people when I first got here, and I said, how do you get up the mountain? Because all I seen were the pictures once you get to the top. So I'm like, well, where's the trail to get up the mountain? And so a lady tells me, she says, well, there's two different ways that you can come. You can come walking up the trail, or if you go up the trail, there's a place where it splits and you can go to the steps. And the steps are like family friendly. It's a little bit longer, but it gets you right up to the mountain. So the whole time I'm walking this trail, I'm following the route that I see everybody going, and I'm like, where's these steps at? I can't find the steps. So the incline is getting steeper and steeper and steeper, and I'm like, well, wait a minute now. Okay, Jesus, wait a minute, where the steps at? After a while, I just got over it, kept walking. I'm like, okay, we getting here. Um, and then I got to a point where it was like, okay, my heart is beating too fast. This is too steep. I got to stop for a second. And I just so happened to walk past another group of people where the girl had stopped to catch her breath. So I'm like, yeah, let me get my heart rate down a little bit and then I'll keep going. So then it became, as you walk up that hill, just keep your head down. Because if you look at how far you got to go, you're going to get discouraged. You're going to be ready to turn around and go back. So I kept my head down. Then it got to the point to where my legs was hurting. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to stop. And it was like, no, just keep your feet moving. Keep picking your knees up. Keep your feet moving. And it reminded me of when I used to run. Let me show y'all this bird that's just soaring above. Let me see. He may come back in. He may not. But anyway, so as I'm coming up this mountain, look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So anyway, as I'm coming up the mountain, so many life lessons that God was showing me about coming up this mountain. And it reminded me of there was a time when I had lost like 100 pounds, and I used to get up and run in the mornings. And the way that I got through it, it was such a mental push, but it was a spiritual and a prayer push as well. I would have to tell myself, just keep picking your knees up, just keep moving your hips, just keep picking your knees up, just keep moving your hips until it gets easier. Now, look at this bird. Y'all got to see this. Let me see if I can turn it sideways. Oh, well, I can't do that. But just keep moving. Keep picking your knees up. Keep picking your feet up. Don't look up. Keep your head down. Keep walking. So as I kept my head down and I kept walking, I was making progress. Then the incline kept getting steeper and steeper and steeper. Greetings, John. Hey T. Hey Deetra. Hey Tally, my sugar face. Hey Willie. So as I was coming up the mountain, coming up the hiking trail, it's getting steeper and steeper, and then it's curving and getting steeper. So I'm like, Lord, where is the top of this mountain at? Like, it's really, really getting harder and harder to do. And like I said, I'm taking breaks, letting my heart rate come down some, and then continuing to walk. There comes a point where I'm ready to just turn around and go back down the mountain. And then there's a group of people that come down the mountain, some black ladies, and this woman seen me and she was like, girl, you almost there. Keep going. Nothing like that kind of encouragement. So I'm like, okay, all right, Lord, I'm almost there. I ain't got to turn around and go back. I thought I was halfway there. So I kept going. And after the ladies walked past, a black butterfly started going around my feet. And it was almost like it was leading me up the mountain. I'm like, Lord, I thank you for your signs. I thank you for just pushing me to continue to go. So as I'm coming up, I see the black butterfly is literally in front of my feet and it's going in the direction I need to go. And I thought it was just gonna flutter by and keep going. No, it stayed in front of me and it kept telling me to go. And I thought about, you know, when we go through the process of life and when God is doing things in our life, it's easy to look at the end result. It's easy to look at the finished picture. But walking this process of transformation out is no joke. And it's amazing because I spoke to um, one of my mentors yesterday on the phone. I was out walking and she said, sis, she said, it's like that butterfly cocoon. Everybody want to come out, but everybody ain't ready. You know, your wings ain't fully formed, but you trying to fly. You haven't gotten the stamina and the strength to stay afloat, but you ready to take off and fly. Sometimes you just got to go through that process to get to where you need to get to, fulfill purpose in your life. And so, that little bird getting closer and closer. But so anyway, I'm gonna turn this around a little bit so y'all can get a view of this as I'm talking. So anyway, she's talking about this butterfly, and it just hits my mind as I'm walking, and it was like the Lord that was reminding me You know, you coming out, this is your season, you coming out. Look at what you've had to go through, you know, just to get to this place, and you're not even done with the process. Purpose is coming forth. Just keep going. Just follow me. Follow me. And that butterfly was a reminder of transformation. It was a reminder of the process. It was the reminder to not stop just because, you know, your heart is beating too fast, or you feel like you can't breathe, or the incline is too steep. Don't stop. Keep moving. Keep picking your feet up. Keep going forward, because you don't know what's at the end of this. Hey, Brother Tim, how you doing, Prophet? Don't stop going, because you almost there. You almost there. Now, little did I know, I wasn't almost there. Little did I know, when that group of ladies walked past me and they encouraged me, I wasn't almost there. But because I had that encouragement, I kept going. Because I saw that butterfly, I kept going. But the more I kept walking, I'm like, okay, when do this thing end? It coming up the hill. So the more I'm coming up, the steeper the incline. And God had to remind me of something. He said, we can't be so destiny conscious. We're so worried about getting to our destination that we forget to cherish the process. We forget to cherish what it is that God brought us through to get us to the place that He wants us to get to. So even in the midst of walking, even in the Lord, are we there yet? That's how I was feeling. Like, you know, them kids, you take them on the trip, they be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? So even after the encouragement, even after seeing the butterfly, even after going the incline and encouraging myself, I still had a ways to go. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, them women told me, like, a half mile back, I was almost there, and I wasn't. But I had to get past the mental, I had to get past the physical, and just continue to walk out the process to get here. And even when getting up to the mountaintop, that wasn't the end. It was like a really rocky, steep incline that got me to where I am right now. And now I'm sitting down and I'm just really taking in the views. But if you look here, I gotta show y'all these eagles. Ah, let me see if I can get them in here. Y'all see them flying around. Anyway, they are circling about, but it just really made it clear how um, even before you become destination focused, you have to really cherish the process. Because if you don't cherish the process that you go through to get to your destination, to step into purpose, you'll take it for granted. You know, I've been on many retreats and I've been in many places where we drive to a destination, we sit in a beautiful mountaintop house, and we enjoy the sights and we enjoy the view, and it's beautiful, and we see the eagles, and you know, God moves upon the mountain. But it's different. It's different when you take that walk yourself up that mountain. When you walk that process on your own, it's a different thing. It's not the elevator access. You know, it's not the easy ride, but it's worth it. So worth it. And so now that we up here, look, we like, if somebody said, where the elevator to get back down? So, I mean, we gotta go back down, but it's okay. Trust the process. Trust the process as you go. Because if you don't, when you get to your destination, you'll take it for granted. Character and integrity matter. And the process is character and integrity. Walking out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling of the Lord. Not a fear like scared, but reverence. A reverence for your journey, a reverence for your purpose being fulfilled. I had to record all this because I'm not typing out no long status about this. I think you should see it for yourself. I got pictures. I'll post a video later. But while these thoughts were fresh in my mind, God is speaking to me. I don't know if He's speaking to you through what I'm saying. Hopefully He is. Whatever the case may be, though, don't neglect your process. Along the way, you're going to have encouragement. You're going to have, you know, your angels, those heavenly messengers that come to encourage you, that come to refresh you. But you have to walk this thing out for yourself. Y'all know, like I say, God ain't got no grandkids. He's only a father. And if you trust him to get you to purpose, if you trust him to get you through this process, you will get there. But you can't stop. You cannot stop. You got to continue to move forward. You got to continue to press past the things that held you back. Mine was weight. And I'm still losing weight. Don't get me wrong, I ain't there yet. But I thank God that I was able to make it up here. So I just pray you all were encouraged. I can't get this bird on camera. He's like circling and flying, and we up in the mountaintops. And I got some great people up here with me. They up here jamming. There it is. You see it? Oh, I'm gonna sit a while. Let's see some more people up here. I got to a point on the mountain when I heard the Lord say, "You're a warrior." And because you are a warrior, you don't give in to defeat. You don't give in and you don't give up. You're going to make this. You're going to keep going and you're going to make it there. I took that not just as um, a word for this walk today. I took that as a word for my journey. Nothing like a mountaintop experience. So I just pray that you all were blessed by this. Even if you weren't, I am. So even if you're not blessed, I am. And these are the musings and the thoughts that I have in my mind right now as God is ministering to me. So just wanted to share this. I share that view one more time. Do the other side. You know how y'all be doing in front of portion for the side. You can actually see Charlotte in the distance. Let's see if I can zoom in on it one more time. Let's see, where is Charlotte? Oh, you got some people taking pictures. I don't want to be in the shot. You got the birds circling. Let me see if I can go this way. One more again. That's Charlotte in the distance. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Y'all see it? Gorgeous. That's the city in the distance. Thanks, Prophet Tim. Yeah. So I'm going to sit for a while and collect my thoughts. I just wanted to get that out. And I'll share some more pictures and things later. But look at that steep. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Sorry. All right, y'all. Have a blessed day.